Following up on our coverage of a single vehicle crash early Sunday morning in Augusta County that left an Augusta County Sheriff's cruiser totaled and Augusta County Sheriff's Deputy Michael Stogdale trapped inside the cruiser until first responders arrived, we have an update, which raises more questions for Sheriff Donald Smith. Initially, Sheriff Smith would not release the name of the deputy involved in the crash, only saying that the deputy was okay and had been charged with reckless driving after a Virginia State Police investigation determined that the deputy was speeding excessively. Here at Breaking Through, we opened up our own investigation into the deputy, and within hours, we had singled in on Deputy Michael Stogdale and gave him a call. Then and only then did Augusta County Sheriff Donald Smith released the deputy's name to the public. In Sheriff Smith's January 5th Facebook press release, he, or the person that writes his press releases, stated that deputies were responding to the Sheetz gas station located at 2870 Stuart Draft Highway for a report of a man brandishing a firearm at another Sheetz customer when the crash occurred. Here we are, 4 days later, and the sheriff has not once mentioned the suspect's name in that case and has not confirmed or denied that a gun was or wasn't brandished at the Sheetz gas station on Stuart Draft Highway. Why not? If someone allegedly pointed a gun at another person, you'd think the sheriff would want the public to know the identity of the individual that would commit such a heinous and dangerous crime, but nope, nothing but crickets from the sheriff on that case. Even in the original Facebook press release, the sheriff doesn't mention whether or not that individual was apprehended, charged, or even questioned. So tell me, Sheriff, was there really a call at all? And if so, what was the outcome in that case? Another thing I noticed is some of our viewers are upset with me for not being focused on the alleged victim at Sheetz, and instead being focused on finding out Deputy Stogdale's identity. More than one viewer has went under our story and left comments like this one by Anthony Glenn Morris. Morris states, quote, "What a waste of time. Clearly an innocent mistake that is shameful enough. I personally know the deputy involved in this incident. It's very sad and unfortunate. He is probably one of the most caring and one of the sweetest young men I have ever met, which is extremely proud to be an officer for the county. While the accident was unfortunate and speed was a factor, I do feel that the reckless driving charge is uncalled for due to the nature of the call he was responding to. If it was your family members at gunpoint, you would want a very quick response." End quote. Well, Mr. Morris, you make a very good point. What if it was my family member or even myself allegedly staring down the barrel of a gun? To answer your question, sir, I would want the officers there in a timely and safe manner, not speeding down a windy road like a bat out of hell. I would want the officer to get there safely and not wreck and total his cruiser to the point that other first responders and police officers that were en route to my loved one would instead have to go and use resources to free him from a vehicle that he wrecked and was trapped inside of. In this case, Officer Stogdale didn't make it to the alleged victim, did he? Furthermore, Sheriff Smith has even more explaining to do because several of our viewers, including a former Augusta County Sheriff's Office employee, have contacted us and told us that Officer Stogdale wrecked another police cruiser just in the last several months and was involved in at least one other wreck while on duty recently. Now, we have no way of verifying these claims, but you know who does? The people's sheriff does. Donald Smith. The people deserve answers. You are the sheriff of all of the citizens of Augusta County, not just the ones that voted for you. Is this picture right here the scene of a wreck that Officer Stogdale was involved in on December 16th of 2019? Less than a month ago? Is it true that Deputy Michael Stogdale has been involved in 4 wrecks in the past 2 years? And if so, why is he still allowed to patrol the roads and streets of Augusta County? Sheriff Smith, the people deserve answers. Here's several more questions, Sheriff. What is the status of Deputy Michael Stogdale's employment with the Augusta County Sheriff's Office as of today, January 9th, 2020? Is he still employed by your department? Is his alleged past history of wrecks the real reason why you didn't initially release his name in your January 5th, 2020 press release? What happened to the alleged victim and alleged perpetrator at the Sheetz gas station on Stuart Draft Highway that you claim in your Facebook press release was where Deputy Stogdale was headed when he destroyed the cruiser? The people deserve answers, Sheriff. You are the people's sheriff according to some of your constituents, so please act like it and answer the people's questions. Back to our viewers. On election night, after Augusta County Sheriff Donald Smith handily defeated Neil Kester and won the election, he addressed a room full of his supporters, who were in attendance at his election night watch party. The sheriff vowed that one of the first things he would do after the election is clear the name of Deputy Dakota Funk.
So, over the next couple weeks, you'll see me go to bat, and I'm going to bring out the deputies. But there was one deputy, all this, that got harmed and singled out Dakota Funk, and he labeled him as a child predator, and that is absolutely not true. That couldn't be further from the truth. And so I will get to work very, very quickly clear that deputy's name.
Sheriff Smith was accused of writing checks from his personal bank account to Deputy Dakota Funk for reasons unbeknownst to the public. And it was believed they were to keep Deputy Funk quiet about a cover-up within the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. The sheriff vowed to clear Dakota Funk's name. But as of today, the last time the sheriff addressed the issue was election night, over 2 months ago. The people are waiting, Sheriff. When are you going to clear Dakota Funk's name? And tell the people of Augusta County if those checks actually existed, and if they did, what were they for? So many questions, yet no answers. The people deserve an honest, open, and transparent sheriff. So I am respectfully requesting that you, Augusta County Sheriff Donald Smith, answer all of these questions posed in this report honestly and thoroughly. You don't have to answer them with breaking through. I'd prefer you did, but I know you won't. So I encourage you to answer these questions to the public or on another media platform, or have the person that writes your Facebook press releases address them on Facebook like you do with so many other issues and cases that you don't want to be put on the spot about. This is long overdue. The time is now. You need to answer the people. People's Sheriff in Verona, Theodore Whitelow, breaking through news.